Hold on. So, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? This is the Football Power Hour. Guess what? It's Thursday. We almost there. We almost at the weekend. We almost at the weekend, So, big shout out to you if you've made it this far. Big shout out to you if you made it through Thursday. Because, this whole week to me has just been sounding like ha pa 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 ya ha pa 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 ha pa 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 ha pa pa pa. Let me tell you real quick. Let me see this that air horn. That's for me. That's for you for tuning in and for hitting that subscribe button and hitting that like button. But what I want to say is this whole week to me has been sounding like ah, ba, ba, bia, ha, ba, 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 ha, ba, 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 ha, ba, ba, ba. If you don't know what that is inspired by, go check out Jose Mourinho. Type that on YouTube. Cause it's like ah ba 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 ha ba 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 ha ba 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 ha ba ba ba, like so many players talking. I mean, it's like reminiscent. It's like the times when, like, Pogba used to go to France and start talking with the national team and whoever, and like a lot of other players that usually don't do a lot of interviews with the English media obviously get a chance to speak with the local media, and then they give us another insight of what's going on. And my goodness, we gonna just briefly say, man, I ain't got time for all the ah ba ba bia ha ba 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 ah ba 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 ha ba ba ba. But the first ah ba ba bia ha ba 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 goes to freaking. It started. I mean, it didn't start then, but like it's like we can backtrack a little bit to like when Eric Bailly was talking about like the English text. I mean, the English players being favored, and that also brought a little bit of that's obviously very very brave of Eric Bailly to do that, and obviously bring some more light into the conversation that the English players have, the bias that's pretty much that's the English media has, the just the general English climate sort of like almost favors the narrative, almost favors English players over anything. And obviously there's the English text. We know that they are overpriced and overhyped, and they come with a lot of you know what I'm saying? Like you remember, like, it's really, really, really brave of him to do that, right? Because he's still employed by the organization. It's gonna be weird if he comes back, if he has to come back from that loan. But anyway, we're not talking about that because that's a pretty much long time ago situation. But the about the World Cup thing, it's gonna be interesting to see how Jude Bellingham, Rice, Kane, all of them, like what the evaluations is gonna be like after the World Cup. Because we all know they're not winning that, right? Like there's just too much firepower. I think the Brazilians are looking sharp. I think obviously if the French organize that midfield and figure out that, then they're gonna be good. Argentina's looking sharp. I trust one of my brothers, one of my Senegalese brothers, or one of my, it could be Nigeria. Who knows? Nigeria, yo, who knows? It could be, But anyway, the World Cup is a little bit ways from now. But anyway, the main thing is that sort of like interview spiraling onto like the Martial interview. Martial talking basically, obviously, talking about he wasn't flavored, etc., etc. Big up to you, Realist United, for being in the house, being a real one. And like on Martial, it was just a lot of like apapapia for me. That I was just like, man, I don't have time for this. Just perform on the pitch. That's the thing that counts. That's the thing that matters. That's the number that you should be worried about, not the number on your backside or whatever. You know what I mean? So the next apapia was like, bye. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes. Big shout out to you. I just loaded some random effects vibes. So oh, there's one that you should hear later. Hopefully my homie KG shows up, and we have a meeting with the reckless delegates. But anyway, the thing is, I was talking real quick about the papillas we've been hearing this week, right? And Brendan Williams, like, man, here's the thing, like, he's also, I feel like he's part of the players that are sort of like stirring on that narrative, like we should sort of favor the English players, create that like environment that favors Harry Maguire. The thing, like they said, yo, if you put Ruben Diaz, Chino, what's good, man? We're just talking about apapapia, hapapapa, hapapapa, hapapapa. This happening this week, brother. We're talking about like all like the interviews, series of interviews that are happening, which is like cool to get an insight of, but also at the same time, I just want the players, that our soldiers, to just shut up and play, do the work, talk on the pitch. That's where my mind is. But about that Brendan Williams interview, real quick. Like I was just thinking, like, he's giving us that Maguire Kool-Aid, and he's just like, hey, here. So, um, Gino, I don't know, but I can tell you the price for the Maguire Kool-Aid. And the freaking Brendan Williams is serving us, and he's part of the agenda that I feel like we should just be, not obviously. The thing about, like, I want Maguire to do well. I'm not hating on the brother. I want the brother to do well, because if he does well, we do well. We win a cup. We win, we gain momentum, So hopefully none of our defenders break, but we know that they can't play every game. So if Maguire plays well, the whole team plays well. But at the same time, we just gotta tell him, Maguire, you're not getting a boarding pass to Qatar, brother. The only boarding pass you're getting is the one you're buying for yourself. So, the way things are going, man. That's just my hope, is just like Martinez and Varane keep I actually even have a lot of faith in Martinez and Lindelof. That partnership is also going to be interesting to see. But anyway, the next up, Papapia, what I was going to say about the last thing about Brendan Williams is, I hope that a lot of the Manchester United fans, were outraged by his comments, you know, big upping Maguire, being like, I look up to Maguire, he's the captain, he's a role model. But like, the thing is, like, maybe he was being sarcastic, and like, there's that part of it that's like, yo, maybe everybody's not understanding Brendan Williams's humor real quick, because we all know, like, Maguire hasn't achieved a lot, but like, he's gonna be out here running his mouth saying, Maguire's achieved a lot. He's somebody. Brendan, he was drunk. No, man. he had drunk the Maguire Kool-Aid, and he is serving all of us. And I want to talk about it, that we shouldn't drink it. The next apapapia that I want to talk about real quick is the obviously the Maguire Kool-Aid, like, we should be freaking careful about it. But like, how you gonna just say sources close to Maguire are saying that, like, brother, just like, speak out, have an interview, like, that right apapapia, that was the only apapapia we gonna big up Bruno Fernandes. My father used to say, if it smells like a fish and it looks like a fish, it's probably a fish. And Bruno, my man, you are a captain. You speak like a captain. Bruno, my man, I actually, I'll be honest, I haven't watched the full interview, but the clips that I've seen, it's just like, the brother is he's thoughtful in his answers. He's very, 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 composed. He knows what he's talking about, like his role in Ten Hag's system, and he's explaining how he's taking accountability for his poor form last season. Man, that's a captain, not somebody who's gonna be like, yo, go Go talk to them and real quick for me. Tell them, give some papapia, and I'm not even going to come out on Twitter and be like, "Yo, this is not the truth" or whatever. Give an interview where you take responsibility. You say, "Hey, I've not been well. I've not been playing well. I've been looking at Twitter a lot. You know what? I've uninstalled the app. Focus on the pitch, Maguire. Cause man, I'm tired of this. I hope after the international break, Ten Hag just says, "All right, guys, every defender in here who's on a work visa, take your track suits off, take your kit, meet me on the pitch. Goalkeeper who's on a work visa, meet me on the pitch. Midfielders, if you are here, you're a midfielder and you have a work visa, meet me on the pitch." Now, if you're an attacking midfielder, hold on. If you're an attacking midfielder, if you think you're a striker, if in your mind you think you're a striker, or you're a winger, stay here with Benny McCarthy, okay? I'm gonna after I hear what Ben McCarthy has to say, I'll make up my own mind. I make my own decisions. Yeah, you know how he says that. I make my own decisions. Yeah. I hope it goes something like that, because man, the way Malasia is playing. Oh. If you are an immigrant, draw some inspiration from Malasia. If you do not have a national ID or the passport at your place right now, wherever you are when you're listening to this stream, draw some inspiration from Malasia. The boy brought all the guns out. Ew. That's the guy who doesn't even bring the apapapia. We haven't had no apapapia from Malasia. You know, Edward Wood says, "I'm putting you on 1K a week. Make sure you're at Carrington tomorrow." Yo, big shout out to you, bro. For real. And the other thing though, I wanna talk about real quick is with Manchester United, we always hear, right now the rumor is like, oh, the club is like in so much debt. They're trying to, be creative in raising funds and stuff. And I'm just like, hey, you don't even need to go far away. You had camera. I saw cameramen when Oli was around. Just release the All or Nothing. And then with that All or Nothing, we buy another striker in January. Someone needs to get in there and steal those hard drives and leak the tapes. We'll put together an All or Nothing for Manchester United, because these guys don't know, like, what the hell? Why are you concealing it? Release the tapes, at least for the Ralph era. If okay, I get it. Oli is our child. We love him, our legend. All right, fine. But in them All or Nothings, maybe there could be some gold. We could see a little bit of insight into his tactics. Because I'm sure, like, we know that, like, the brother had a diary, right? The diary that he kept during Sir Alex's era, right? And he was coaching a lot from that diary. And we want to hear a little bit more. But why are we conceding the tapes? Hashtag shit. I should have titled this stream "Release the Tapes." We need somebody to release the All or Nothing Manchester United in Ollie's era and Ralph's era. Even Carrick's matches. I just want to see those few matches. Like, what was Carrick saying? Because that's a very creative way to raise funds. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I'm out here just like, there's so much I do not have time for that. I'm like Harry Maguire right now. I'm just gonna bring out my source real quick and say, hey, my source has got some information that he wanna leak real quick. Yo, you wanna tell him? Come here, Bruno. Sit here. Sit here. Yeah. Come. Yeah. Come here. Go tell him. Go tell him. Tell them, Bruno. Tell them. Sit down. Tell them. Tell them. Do you want the Glazers out? Speak. Do you want the Glazers out? Speak. Do you want the Glazers out? Like Abraham Glazer, do you want him out? Speak. Huh? Do you want Abraham Glazer out? Okay, shake my hand. Shake my hand then. If you want Abraham. Okay, good. Yeah. Abraham out. Abraham, you heard that, buddy. All right. Do you want what about Jewel Glazer? Speak. Do you want Jewel Glazer out? Yeah. Joe Glazer, get the hell out. Do you want all the Glazer family out of Manchester United? Hey, Bruno, look at me. Bruno, look at me. Look. Bruno, look at me. Do you want the whole Glazer? Yeah, yes! That's for sure, brother. Yo, thank you for tuning in. It's the Football Power Hour. And you heard it. You heard your message. Glazers, get the hell out. Get out of here. All right? Peace. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe and notification button, all that jazz. All right? Peace out, y'all.